What's up, everybody? My name is WolfiMax, and welcome to an update vlog.
Woo!
It's been, what did we say, about 4 months?
About 4 months or so, give
about
or take.
4 months since my last video. I think I've put all the pieces together really well from Cody.
Yeah.
So, sorry for not posting anything sooner. Just we've had a lot going on.
A lot of stuff to work out, a lot of stuff to, get in place.
So, as you can see, we are no longer in the same location.
We have moved.
We live in a duplex now. Our neighbors are super cool, the 2 times that we've met them.
Yeah, met them twice, can't remember their name.
We moved in February.
Yeah, I think we, mid to end of February
Yep.
we moved. Can't remember exactly. I think we moved, 2 weeks in, maybe, because I think we were here for, 2 weeks of February.
Because there was we moved, because Cody's funeral was, I think, I don't remember what day it was.
I don't remember either.
But I know that
It was cold.
We moved a couple weeks after. And then, we no longer have the guinea pigs.
Nope.
You want to talk about them? We can. We donated them.
No. No. We did not donate the guinea pigs. We decided that we were not the best parents.
We were not.
To the guinea pigs, and that they deserved someone who knew what to do a little bit better, knew how to handle them a little bit better, and was able to give them the life that they deserved. So I found a local guinea pig sanctuary. They exist. I did not know that prior.
It's just a big church for guinea pigs.
Sanctuary!
It's sanctuary!
So
Quasimodo's up there just ringing the bell.
So I got a hold of them, and they came, and we met them about halfway, because it was a little bit further. It's not really local, I don't guess. She had to drive probably about an hour or so to meet with us. So we went and met with her and gave her the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
She has sent me a couple of updates about them and how they've been doing.
They were really cool. I like them.
They were very, very nice, very knowledgeable. She herself, the lady who came and got them, who works at the sanctuary, has several guinea pigs of her own. And
they have a whole bunch of different
she
animals.
was like, they had a rescue deer and a dog with 3 legs and 7 guinea pigs. I'm like, good Lord.
Hey, I think a deer would be a cool animal. But we also, ready to talk about them.
That sounds kind of ominous. You ready to talk about them?
Come here. Alright. Step back a little bit. So, we, a week after we moved, we went and got this guy here. This is Spot.
We went and got him from...
Come here.
We went and got him from one of our good friends, our best friends. He was dumped out in the wilderness, out in the country, and our best friend took him in because he wandered into her yard, and so her and her now husband took him in, took care of him, and he got out of their yard once, and like I said, they live out in the country, and he got out of their yard off his collar, off his chain, and not really sure exactly what happened. All they know is when he finally got back home, he'd been shot twice.
Yeah,
So
we had to have his tail amputated.
Had to have his... There's the other one.
Because it was literally like this.
Yeah, his
Just
tail
hanging.
was at a 90-degree angle. So this is Spot. He's got... I don't know if I can stretch it that far.
Yeah, there we go. This is where the bullet grazed him.
So he got shot there, and then we had to have his tail amputated because his tail was hanging off, and they said if we didn't take it, it would just rot and fall off.
And then this is Loretta. We got her maybe
almost a month after.
Yeah.
So we had Spot for about a month before we got Loretta. we got her from the shelter.
Wow.
We adopted her.
Who's your good puppy? Who's your
We
good
know
girl?
she's a Rottweiler mix. That's about all we know about her. They have suspicions that she may have been abused based on the way she acts.
Move it over a little bit.
This way?
Yeah.
That did not appear to do anything. Watch out, guys.
Come on. Let's get out of the video.
Whoop. Watch the...
Let's go.
Watch out.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Go somewhere. Mama's
bed.
gotta move her chair.
Alright.
Okay. So those are
Anyway.
the two dogs that
They're Beretta.
we rescued in some way, shape,
Come
or
here.
form. Nope, Spot.
Go over here. Come on.
Nom, nom, nom. Did you my baby? Did you my baby? Mm-mm-mm.
Lay down. Good girl.
Both
Red one.
super, super, super great dogs. They're very sweet. Although,
No!
Alright,
Go.
just sit down and they'll settle. Spot's a bit of an ox.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna hold them here.
So
He's gonna push it again.
okay, well there he goes. He sat down.
Alright.
I always say that they're very sweet, but Spot is not a guard dog
No.
by any sense of the word. That's perfect. He just likes people, so he would literally let anybody walk in the door. Loretta is too good of a guard dog.
She is. You can't open the door without her growling at you.
Yeah, and once she realizes who it is, she's like, "Oh, Dad or Mom or whoever." But until she realizes who it is, she's like, "Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, I know you."
So,
So that's the newest additions to the family.
yep, newest additions to the WolfiMax household.
She stomped on his toe.
Now we talk about jobs.
Okay.
I no longer work at the place I worked at when I was from the before times.
The before time.
Why don't y'all go to bed? Go lay down.
Go to bed. She's fine.
I got worried. For
Go
some
ahead.
reason, I thought there was a midsection of Go to bed.
She was so
Go to bed.
close.
Spot, go to bed.
Go
to
lay
bed.
down.
Go lay down. Go to bed. Go get on the couch. Go lay on the couch. Go lay on the couch. Go on.
He just wants to be included.
Lay down. Sit.
Here.
Lay down.
Come here.
Anyway, so I no longer work where I was when I got injured. I stopped working there
Stay.
about mid-April, and then I started up at the new place that I work at now. What the fuck?
Which coincidentally is where I used to work.
Go. Go.
So he quit his
Go.
other job and got a job where
Sit down.
I used to
Sit.
work. I actually
down.
am the one who got him the job.
Go.
I was working there for almost 2 years, and I decided that it was time for something different.
Good boy.
I was not happy with the way the job was at the time. I wanted something different. I wanted something more. So I was working Monday, Tuesday, Thursday,
What the
Friday,
fuck?
Saturday. And I was off Wednesdays and Sundays. And I switched it around. And I was going to quit. I was going to outright quit. But I decided that I needed the backup, that I needed that extra security. So I went down to working just weekends. And the reason I decided to do that was because I have decided I would like to open my own daycare. But you can't just open a daycare. There's other things you have to do before you can do that, you know. I have to watch kids for so many hours. I have to have college courses, stuff like that. So I'm working towards that. But for now, it's just babysitting. So Monday through Friday, I watch 2 children. Currently, I can watch up to 5 before I have to get certified. So I was doing Monday through Friday watching kids, and then Saturday, Sunday getting up and going to work. And let me tell you something. Working 7 days a week from, Monday through Friday, I have the one kid I have until 10:30 at night. So I was working from like 7:30 in the morning till 10:30 at night, Monday through Friday, and then going to work at 6:30 on Saturday and 5:30 on Sunday.
She was working a lot.
That gets old fast. I did that for about a month.
I'm really starting to take an impact on our personal lives.
I had dog hair stuck to my lip. Yeah, so it was really, I was mean, I was cranky, I was always tired, and I had a really, really hard time getting up and going to work on Saturdays and Sundays. I was just so tired by the time I got to that point that it was so difficult to maintain that. So I decided it was finally time. I was watching, 2 children regularly, and we did the math and figured it out, and the money that I make watching those 2 is enough that I didn't have to work weekends anymore. So I went ahead and took that plunge, and I put in a 4 weeks notice.
I told you to put in a 4 week notice.
Yeah. So most people put in a 2 week. I put in a 4 because I was actually off the next 2 weekends because it was my best friend's bachelorette party, and then the next weekend was the wedding. So if I would have put in a 2 weeks, it'd have been like, 2 weeks notice. I just don't work anymore. So I put in a 4 weeks, so that way I was off the 2 weeks, and then I came back and worked the last 2 weekends. And everybody was totally fine with it. They knew that it was coming. You working 7 days a week from sun up to sundown takes a toll on you. So I exclusively work from home. I watch the 2 children. That's what all this nonsense is back here. Lots of toys and goodies for the kids. I watch them Monday through Friday. And then I'm off on weekends.
Yeah, and so we get some family time.
Some much needed family time. And you're off almost every Sunday.
Yep.
So it's really nice knowing that we're going to have, and he's off pretty much every Wednesday. Which, yes, on Wednesdays I do have kids. I don't right now. Because the one kid that I usually get in the morning, her mom doesn't work today. She's still probably going to bring her to me, but only later. She's going to get her nails done with her mom or something, so she's going to bring her to me just while they're going to do that. So I'll have her for a short stint today. But, so currently I don't have kids, so it's just kind of we're hanging out this morning. And then on Sundays, we know for, I don't have kids, he doesn't have work. We'll usually, go get breakfast, or we'll go we'll go drive to Nashville, or whatever. We'll go do something on Sundays.
Speaking of which, we need to figure out what's for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm hungry. So we tackled dogs. We haven't tackled that coming back. Okay. So, I have to record the drunk Mass Effect at some point because I reached 300 views while I was gone. But I wasn't really gone. I was still watching YouTube videos.
Just having a hard time sitting down and recording and putting in that effort.
Yeah, putting in that effort and just recording something because for some reason after Cody, my mind wasn't in the right place. I wasn't good. I wasn't functioning properly. I couldn't get my mind off of it.
Yeah. And then after that, we moved and things were changing and you had a new job and everything was just boom, 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 boom. So there was just a whole lot going on. Needed time to decompress and get his mind in working order before he sat down. Because pretty much at that point, if you tried to record anything, it probably wouldn't have been very good content.
No, it would have been, playing a game and then not talking much. Like when I did talk, it was mostly whimper. I tried to record something once and I just wasn't into it.
Yeah. So he took a break, took some time, and now I guess you're feeling like you can get back at it again.
Yep. It won't be nearly as often as it was. I don't have a schedule.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wednesdays? If I got kids, you can sit back there and play your games.
That's true.
So maybe Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. We'll talk. We'll talk about it. My manager.
We'll taco about it.
We'll Taco Bell it.
No.
We'll Taco Belt it.
No.
We'll Taco Belt it.
No.
Yep. That's it. That's our new phrase. We're gonna Taco Belt it.
No. Anyway, anything else about that particular subject before we move on?
There'll be new content coming out, definitely. I will be playing things from Final Fantasy. I do have a bunch of Final Fantasy videos stockpiled that I was going to put out, but like we talked about, the funeral kind of fucked me up mentally. So, because it was unexpected, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's how a lot of things are with young people, is it's always kind of sudden, very quick, you know.
Yeah. My issue was, you know, I knew him for 15 years, and then just for him to be gone was... It's like Thanos snapped his fingers. So... We talked about dogs, guinea pigs, moving,
jobs.
Cody, jobs, YouTube content. Let's tackle the big issue.
There's just one thing left, right?
Yeah, there's just one thing left.
That's not working.
So, we have...
This is terrible lighting.
We have a huge announcement.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have like such a huge announcement.
Our neighbors are probably like, what the fuck is going on over there?
God, they're so weird.
Okay, so. How do we say it? What do you want to do? We didn't plan this. We're poor planners.
We're very poor planners.
Do you want to just 3, 2, 1 it?
I have to be careful because I might make a joke. You will go 3, 2, 1 and I won't say it. I'll say something else.
This is a serious moment.
It's a very serious moment.
You could probably already figure out what the hell we're trying to say.
Alright, on 3. Or on 1.
3, 2, 1, say it.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
We're pregnant! That's it. Stop. So, at the point of this video, I am, what is today, Wednesday? 6 weeks in a day. So, we're still very, very early on in the pregnancy. I go to the doctor in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll be 8 weeks in a day at that point. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome.
Yes, we are very excited. Well, you'll be...
It's one of those things, like, we may not seem that excited, but we are. I don't think it's hit yet. Like, I think once we go do that first ultrasound, we're gonna be like, holy shit, oh my god, like, it's gonna hit. So for now, it's just kind of weird. You know, I've taken the tests, and I've got it confirmed by my doctor and all that stuff, so it's like, I know I'm pregnant, but I'm just, like, over here in La La Land, like, woo! But then once I, like, see the ultrasound, it's gonna be like, well, holy fuck, there's actually a human in there.
Yep, that will be... It probably won't hit me nearly as hard, like, the day that we're in the room getting you prepped, and then during the birth is the day that's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm a dad!
You're gonna wait a long time to feel that way.
I know, like, I've always wanted to be a dad. Like,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be...
And I've always wanted to be a mom.
I don't talk about my past a whole lot on the channel.
So, long story short...
My real father was...
a piece of shit.
I want to be a whole lot better than my father. My stepdad is my father. So, my real father was a sperm donor.
Yes.
So, she just knocked on the door.
I don't know. So yeah,
Who's your crazy girl?
He doesn't have that whole actual, birth father relationship, but he got that with his stepdad, who
Yes.
stepped up and was like, I'm gonna be your father.
Oh no, her paws tangled. Oh, she's
And
fine.
I'm gonna be your father, and I'm gonna show you what you need to do and how you need to be, and I'm gonna help you grow up. So he really got that from his stepdad. So that's kind of more what he wants to be like. And then on my side, I also have not really spoken about my family.
Good girl.
I didn't have the greatest upbringing. You know, my parents split when I was really young, and they did not have a good relationship thereafter. Both of them remarried, and my dad moved away. So I only got to see him. He moved to Florida, so I only got to see him every summer. So instead of doing like the every other weekend thing, once he moved away, we went to see him every summer. And my mom married someone.
We'll not have to talk about it.
Asshole. Big asshole. I could talk literally for like hours about this dick. Okay?
Because it was long and hard. And this dick was long and hard.
Just gonna go.
Come back.
Okay, but seriously, I didn't have a great role model for a mother either. You know, my birth mother was, she's very helpless, I guess. You know, she didn't have a license, she didn't have a job, she was stuck, and she is not what I would describe as a strong woman. And there were things going on in the house that she never stepped up and did anything about. That she was never, you know, she was never that person that I could go to, be like, I have these problems and I want to talk to you. I never had that person. And then, you know, my dad married my stepmom, and she wasn't like, you know, evil stepmom, like crazy. You know, we got along pretty good, but with them being, you know, only every other weekend, or once they moved away, being every summer, you know, I didn't really see her much, so it wasn't like I could use her as my mother. And I sure as hell wasn't going to talk to my stepdad about nothing. But like I said, that's a story where I could literally talk for hours, so we're not going to get into it.
Maybe one day we'll talk about our personal histories on the channel, or on our respective channels.
Maybe.
So
also, this my channel, you shut your whore mouth.
No, but you have been talking a lot about me in this channel. So, you could check out, because I'm doing you a shout out, okay? So she has been doing pregnancy videos on her channel, where she talks about, do you talk about what you're experiencing, and...
You don't even know. Okay, back up. So on my channel, I've got 2 uploaded so far. I don't know how many I'll have by the time this video gets uploaded. But so far, so I have videos that detail kind of finding out that I was pregnant and the first 4 weeks of the pregnancy. And then from there on, I'm doing a bi-weekly. So I have a 0 to 4 weeks, 4 to 6, and then I'll have a 6 to 8, and so on and so forth. And then I also do, if applicable, I do videos about my doctor's appointments and stuff that I learn and what's going on. And in the just regular update weekly videos, bi-weekly videos, that is just discussing like things that have been going on, how I feel, what symptoms I've got, things that I didn't expect.
So what you're experiencing, which is what I said. I know what she does. Shit!
So I do need to get my 6-week up soon.
Loretta!
Yeah, so if you want to know anything more, like if you want to follow the pregnancy, or if you're just curious about what kind of symptoms you might be getting, if you yourself are pregnant, or if you are trying to get pregnant, if you are a man and you want to get your girl pregnant, come on over.
You can figure out how to do it on that channel.
You put the... That's the gist.
You put... When a mommy Mike and a daddy mouse like each other very much.
Stop. Okay. But for real, you're welcome to come on over and see some content.
Actually, this should be the daddy, shouldn't it?
So, yeah, we can link it in the description.
Yeah, we can. I'm gonna link you in the description.
So that way y'all can come on over. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of content up at this present second, but it's gonna be a little bit more as we progress, especially as we get like way further into the pregnancy. Because for now, I'm pretty much only gonna have an appointment like once a month, and then as we get closer, it'll be like every 2 weeks, and then like once you get into I think past like 35 weeks, they want you to come like every single week. So there'll be more appointments like as we go.
I'm excited for it. I am excited.
And he plans to be there for every appointment.
Yep. That's why I have every Wednesday off, so we can try and plan the appointments for
Wednesday.
that day.
So we went, the first appointment was just confirming, which I told him he didn't even need to go to because it was just confirming.
Yeah, but I had the day off.
So he came with me, and then we had so we had that one, and then now we have this one coming up that he's also planning to come to.
Yes, because that's the first ultrasound.
That is the first ultrasound where we'll get to hear the heartbeat. We get to see whatever we got going on.
We'll see our little bean for the first time.
Yes, we call it our little bean because it was as big as a vanilla bean seed when we found out we were pregnant. So it's our little bean. As of today, we're about as big as a sweet pea or a blueberry, depending on which app we're talking about, because I have two.
Still, blueberry, that's...
Pretty small, but way bigger than a vanilla bean seed.
hard to believe that a blueberry becomes something like this godly being. Godly.
There's already the debate on if it's a boy or a girl.
It's so stupid.
Which I know you can't tell this
No.
early on. I mean, we're literally 6 weeks. You can't tell until, like, almost 18, isn't it?
Everybody else that we know is like, it's going to be a girl,
Yeah.
right?
Every single person says girl. Anybody we've ever asked says girl, except him.
I'm allowed to think whatever I want.
I think it's a girl.
All you haters going to be like, so upset when I rain fire on your wrong asses.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's going on. That's kind of been the update and what's been going on in our lives and with the
Yes.
channel.
This is a little 30-minute update video.
Well, there was a lot to cover.
So, Drunk Mass Effect, I haven't decided if I'm going to try and do Saturday.
Do we even
Saturday
have
night.
any alcohol? Oh, we have vodka.
I've got those...
Which,
I've got those...
I bought the vodka, and I can't frickin' drink it. And also, I was gonna get a damn tattoo for my birthday. My birthday is this month, and I am pregnant. It'll have to wait.
We do have that hard lemonade that I have. I have an entire 6-pack.
Okay. I just didn't know.
I've also got some Fireball up. Cinnamon whiskey up top. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Not the mama.
Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
Alright, so, anything else that we need to discuss? Anything else we need to cover?
Do you want to talk about our renewal?
We can. We
Alright.
also didn't talk about our roommate.
Okay, so about a month ago now?
Just about,
About a month ago,
give or take, pretty close to, if not exact. We're pretty close.
her dad, we offered her dad to move in with us.
My
because
parents, my stepmom and my dad are getting divorced.
They have split.
Yes, they are separated at this point. He moved out and he moved in with us until he can get his own place.
Yes.
And until the divorce is final.
So
he's been living with us for about a month, and he knows we're pregnant. Obviously, we were going to tell him because he lives with us, so he kind of needs to know, hey, you got a time limit before you got to get out. Because this is a 2-bedroom duplex, so we kind of need the other bedroom for the baby. So he knows the baby shower is going to be in like mid-January, so he knows he's got until about January, although it sounds like he's planning to move out sooner than that.
I just smashed the heel of my foot on the chair.
So it sounds like he's planning to move out sooner than that. I mean, it is what it is. As long as he's moved out before I need that room. That's several months from now, so I really don't think that's going to be an issue. And he's looking to get his own place somewhere kind of nearby because I do still have a younger brother who is 16. So he still wants to be able to spend some time with my brother and all that good stuff and still be around. And obviously I want him there like when I have the baby. And then we may have to do some adjusting now because of said baby. But we had been talking and planning about doing a vow renewal.
Yes. I'll tackle this one. So our first wedding. Our first wedding. Our first wedding. We're gonna get married like 3 or 4 times, by the way.
Apparently, okay.
Throughout our lifetime. We didn't get the ceremony that we had planned. We weren't really interested in that ceremony anymore at that point.
Right. So the short of it is that my stepmom, is Wiccan, and she wanted to do like a Wiccan hand fasting for the wedding.
Yeah.
And she was gonna be the officiant, so we kind of had to let her do what she wanted to do, and it was kind of a cool little ceremony, but neither of us was super duper into it. And then the day before the wedding is when it all went to shit.
Yep.
Her and I got into a fight, which resulted in her telling me to find someone else to marry you. It was supposed to be at her house, so we went to go get my stuff from her house. And I arrive, and she's throwing my stuff on the lawn. All of my decorations, all the stuff I've bought, and if my dad hadn't been there, she would have thrown my wedding dress, my $500 wedding dress, on the lawn. So we gathered up the shit and told her to fuck off, and we left.
So
Take it away.
We show up to my parents' house, and we're both distressed. We're both crying.
I'm a hot mess. I'm like bawling my eyes out.
And I will admit, I was fucked up. I wasn't high or drunk. I was fucked up mentally. So eventually, I decided that, after being comforted by my parents and everything, that we were gonna elope.
Yep.
Because we had talked about it before.
In hindsight, we should have just done that to begin with,
yes.
Honestly, because we had talked about it through the whole planning period.
First, it was just jokes.
Yeah, we were just joking at first, like, oh, we'll just go elope, and then it started being like we brought it up more and more.
Yeah.
We were talking about it all the time, and the only thing that was holding me back was that I didn't want to upset my family by doing that.
And then we ended up...
Should have done it in the first place, because we ended up doing it anyway. So we got married that day.
The whole issue with that whole thing was, I don't know if we should talk about it, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
we decided to change the venue.
Oh,
because I wanted Cody there,
and my stepmom did not.
So
and we won't go into details why she didn't want him there, but she didn't want him to be there. And so she was freaking out because it was supposed to be at her house. So I was like, all right, well, let's just make it nice and easy and make everybody happy, and we'll just do it at the park.
Let's get this straight, though. Cody was not a bad person. He was an all-around good guy. He was probably one of the sweetest people you would ever meet. So that's what upset me about it.
And so I had told her that if she really didn't want him there at her house, well, we wanted him at the wedding, so we would just move the wedding to the park, which was originally the plan. And she lost her ever-loving mind, and, then things being thrown on the lawn and fuck yous and all that fun stuff, and going to his mom's house. So while we were at his mom's, he started calling around to some chapels in Nashville, and there was one...
Well, now they know we live in Tennessee.
Well, yeah.
But I started calling around.
So he found somewhere that was open.
I was tackling this.
You keep stopping.
Because you started talking. I don't care.
Proceed.
Started calling around, and I found this place called the Rhinestone Chapel. I spent $260 of my own money because we didn't have anything really, and because I got paid that day.
Yeah.
And we got married on
that day. 13th.
That day. I called them. I'm like,
Friday the 13th.
Yep, we got married on Friday the 13th.
Unintentionally so, because we were supposed to get married the next day.
And I
Good thing we didn't, though, because it frickin' poured rain.
I don't know if any of you have ever, like, really been in Nashville, but if you're not used to driving it daily,
Horrible.
it fucking sucks.
Horrible.
It sucks ass. Like, the traffic, I don't know where shit is. This chapel was literally in a back alley.
It was down a freaking alley.
It was down an alley, literally in the middle of downtown Nashville.
Yes. So we went and we did that.
We've only ever been on the outskirts.
So we went and we did that, and we were the last ones there. Like, they had to close.
We were waiting for Chance and Courtney.
Yes. So Chance and Courtney, the best man and maid of honor,
We were waiting for
which we still wanted them to be there.
We were waiting for Chance, Courtney, Matt, and Cody to show up.
To all get there. So it was me and Sean got there first. No, your parents beat us there, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So his parents, Kitty, Michael, and Carrie, his parents and his sister, beat us there, and then Sean and I got there, and then we got nervous because they had to close the door at a certain time.
So I was standing outside waiting for my
flag
friends
them
to
down.
show up, like, come on, they're closing the doors!
Because they said that once they hit a certain time, they have to close and lock the door, and nobody else is allowed in. So I was really worried that they weren't going to make it.
They almost did.
They almost didn't. They squeaked in like a couple minutes before they were going to lock the door. And I was not out with everybody. I was back in their little changing room area. I'd put on my dress and my shoes, and that day, obviously I needed my hair and makeup done, so Courtney was going to cosmetology school at the time.
Yeah,
So we drove out there to her school, and her and all her friends at the school did my hair and makeup for like $20.
And that was right after we had left my parents.
We left his parents and went straight to her school so we can get that done. So I had my hair and my makeup done. I was still got to wear my dress and my shoes and all that good stuff. I did have to borrow a bouquet because I didn't grab my own bouquet.
Yes.
So I had to borrow their bouquet, and we had the rings and all that good stuff. And Michael walked me down the aisle.
My stepdad walked her down the aisle. He asked you if you wanted.
Because I was just gonna walk by myself, and he came and like poked his head in and was like, "Hey, do you want me to walk you down the aisle?" And I'm a big baby, so I was crying like from start to finish.
You definitely broke down when I said my vows.
Yeah, yeah.
There was makeup from
Blubbering. I was crying. So we had the ceremony. It was a nice little quick ceremony. Emphasis on the quick. We got a couple of pictures snapped, and they're like, "All right, you guys got to go. Like, we got to close down. You got to get out." And we knew that. We knew that it was like, you got to get out. So I did not even have time to change out of my dress. And so I'm walking down the streets of Nashville in my $500 wedding dress. So
you changed. She ended up changing in the garage.
In a parking garage. Because I could not fit in the car in my dress. So it was all the boys stood with their backs to me, and Courtney stood kind of behind me and, blocked the back end. And I put down the bag that my dress came in on the ground, carefully stepped out of my dress and held it up and handed it to Courtney. And then I had a second little cute white dress. It was like a little high-low.
Very adorable.
Just a little cute little white dress that I put on in the parking garage. And then we went to IHOP.
Yes, we went to IHOP, and then my stepdad refused to take any money from anybody.
Yeah.
He paid for everybody.
He paid for everybody, and a couple of the boys kept trying to give him money. Like, here's our cut. And he's like, no, don't need it, no.
And we went, after IHOP, you guys went to, did you guys go to, where did you guys go?
We went to Kroger, and you guys went to the liquor store.
Yeah, we went
right
to the
there.
liquor store.
And we went and we got some alcohol, and we headed back to Chance and Courtney's, and we had a party. And then we went on our honeymoon, like, the next day.
Which it wasn't a honeymoon.
No. I mean, we couldn't afford to go on, like, a real honeymoon, so we spent 2 days?
We
Right?
spent 2 nights.
It was just 2 days. We went and stayed in a hotel, which was a really nice hotel.
The fire alarm the next morning.
Yeah, we got woken up the next morning by a fire alarm. So it was like nice, bright and early start.
Did we stay there? We stayed there 2 nights, didn't we?
I can't remember. It's 2 or 3. I can't remember. And we went and we spent a whole day in Nashville, and we went and we spent a whole day in Franklin. And we just went and just did a bunch of stuff and just spent some time out and about. So it wasn't like a real honeymoon. Like, we didn't go anywhere.
Yes, we had a lot of fun, but we didn't really go to, like, Gatlinburg or something.
Right. We didn't go somewhere and have a good bit of time to go do this and spend time together and celebrate the marriage.
So we're doing the renewal.
And it's not necessarily a renewal.
It's more like
a redo.
It's a redo. It's a second ceremony because we didn't get one.
It's going to be called the I Do Part 2 because we didn't get to do the ceremony that we wanted. We didn't get to have the friends and family there that we wanted. And my dad is really upset that he never got the chance to walk me down the aisle because of the whole thing with my stepmom. So that's kind of the plan. And we'd planned to do it on April 13th of 2020 because that was the anniversary. Well, now I'm due March 3rd.
Yep.
So we're not 100% sure if we need to be doing it before we have the baby or wait a couple months after and do it maybe like in August or something. So, because first of all, I want to wear my wedding dress. I'm going to wear my wedding dress. And if I had a baby a month ago, I don't know that I'm going to fit in my wedding dress. So, that's that. And then, how difficult is it going to be to have the ceremony with a 1-month-old baby? And then if we go on a honeymoon, who's going to watch? I don't think I'm comfortable letting someone watch my 1-month-old baby while we're gone for a week. So we may need to try and do something before. We may need to push it back and do it a little later. Something we'll have to discuss. I basically have it planned, so there's that.
You guys will be here. We'll talk about it a lot more in the future. But it's the baby's due in March. If we decide to push it back or push it like earlier, it may be in December.
I don't know if I want to do it in December because of Christmas. October.
October this year?
Maybe October.
Okay.
Halloween. Ooh. We'll have a Halloween party. No.
Do you want to do it on the anniversary of when we officially started dating?
I don't know.
October 12th?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk some other time.
So, I think that's it.
I
think that's been a lengthy update. There's been a lot to cover, a lot of ground to go through.
That has been an update on our lives, a significant update on our lives.
There's been a lot in the last 4 months, y'all.
Yeah. Battery's almost dead.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right.
Hey, God.
I didn't realize he didn't plug his computer in, so his battery's like literally almost dead. We've got like 14 minutes left of this battery.
We gotta wrap it up.
We've still got like 14 minutes. Hurry up. Let's do this. All right.
All right.
This has been an update.
Yes, this has been WolfiMax and Guided by Starlight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this video.
Subscribe for more awesome content.
And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.